Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're returning to War on the Sea. This is episode number 25 in my Let's Play series, playing Operation Watchtower, the Allied campaign for the Battle of Guadalcanal. And so far the war is not going great. I didn't really talk about it in the last episode because it happened at the very end, but in our last episode, the Japanese landed troops at Port Moresby. We did a little bit of damage to one of their cargo ships, but we weren't able to stop the invasion itself, and as a result, they've gained a major foothold with substantially more troops than I have at Port Moresby. They also have a major bridgehead at Milne Bay, so New Guinea is in serious trouble, and the Allies lose the campaign if they lose Port Moresby, Milne Bay, Santa Cruz, and Guadalcanal. So this is a pretty major setback. I didn't have adequate patrols out to make sure that the Japanese couldn't sneak a task force around. I should have known better. It wasn't the first time they've done it. In fact, one of the major reasons we didn't do a good job in stopping them is because they were able to get in, and the only aircraft I had to throw at him were Wildcats, because several bombardments a couple episodes back from enemy battleships reduced the airfield in size and capability so that I couldn't send Avenger torpedo bombers against him anymore. We could only send fighters. And as you can imagine, hitting an enemy with a torpedo is a lot more effective than hitting him with a 50 caliber machine gun shell, and so that was a major problem for us. In this episode, we're going to jump ahead a bit. There's a fair bit of sort of just strafing action, which is kind of what you're watching right now on this task force as it leaves. But we're going to jump ahead a little bit because there is a pretty interesting naval battle which occurs in this particular episode, but there's also a lot of downtime. Again, this was taken from a live stream on my Twitch channel. So I am going to go ahead and we're going to jump ahead a little bit in this particular stream and pick things up at a more interesting point. But before we do that, if you are interested, please go ahead and check the link out in the description of this video. There's a link to my Twitch channel on there, so if you are interested in participating in these streams as they occur, you can watch those streams over on Twitch. And you know, I look forward to seeing you guys over there. We have a great time. We typically have a pretty good audience. I'd say when we play this game, we usually have around 150 to 160 viewers, so a pretty good turnout. You know, it tends to be a lot of fun, and I hope you guys hear that in some of these episodes. I will look at seeing if there's a way to overlay the screen chat, the chat into the episode somewhere so you can follow along with the chat. That's something a couple of people have requested. I will be honest, we're a good 5 or 6 hours, maybe more, ahead of where we're watching right now in the streams, so it'll probably be a week or two before we would catch up to the point where those changes would take effect. But if that's something you're interested in, let me know, and I'd definitely look at doing that. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right in. I mean, maybe not pretty, but she's got a nice big fat cannon. Let's just say you aren't sinking their transports, it's unwise. Oh, it's unwinnable? No, I know the transports are unlimited, Lake. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the troops. The transports are unlimited for us, too. Other than the fact that they cost command points. Oh, if you aren't sinking their troop transports, it's unwinnable? Huh. Good to know, I guess. They can't in-game, J Street, but yeah, Wildcats could carry bombs. Another explosion aboard the enemy vessel. 50 cals did well there. Oh, there goes one. There goes another. I should have sped him up on the way out. Interesting that the AI automatically increases the speed, though. Oh. That one's down. Get him! Get him! Max speed! Don't show the belly to the enemy. Come back in for another strafing run. Bank in, you got it. That was a short strafing run. And you're done. Alright, so their cargo ship exploded again. Maybe it'll sink? Probably not. But it had heavy damage last time when we... Any chance? Doesn't look like it. Alright. Moderate damage this time. Huh. Alright. Alright, I am going to jump ahead a little bit in this particular episode at this point. We don't really see much happen in the next 20 minutes or so. I'll just give you guys a quick rundown. I form a couple of task forces. I deploy some warships out toward Grinnell Island and also out toward Milne Bay, and then we detect additional Japanese reinforcements on the way in to Port Moresby, and so that's where we're going to pick things up. There are a couple of air attacks that are largely inconsequential on some of my cruiser task forces out near Grinnell Island, but it's just kind of watching Japanese dive bombers drop bombs and a couple score hits, so nothing too exciting. More enemy ships? Are they... Well, at least we know where there's enemy ships, but they're bringing more reinforcements into Moresby? Well, go get them, boys. This is our chance to obliterate an enemy task force, but not feeling so great about Moresby's odds. They're going to overwhelm the defenders with one more landing for sure. Milne Bay, meanwhile, is hanging in there. Guadalcanal still a 2-4, if that intelligence is all right. Meanwhile, our troops are down to 1,900 troops and they have no supply. These guys can unload more troops at Milne Bay, right? So Milne Bay is here with about 2,400 troops and 2,500 supply. Go ahead and unload all. So more troops are up to 3,600 troops at Milne Bay now, which is getting us almost to even to counter the enemy attack there. Alright. Enemy aircraft spotted by Wildcats. Okay, so we're going to go fight enemy fighters, I guess. The C-3 is very happy to see some Wildcats flying top cover. Alright, rear formation, go after those scouting planes. No sign of enemy torpedoes. They could be out there. I just can't see them yet. Of course, this time, by the way, you guys, you remember those times where none of our aircraft started anywhere near our task forces near Guadalcanal, and we were trying to protect them from air attack as we tried to get troops in? But of course, the one time it's an empty cargo ship starting, driving away, our aircraft start directly over the task force. So how's that? Fuck you, game. Okay. Bank and go. It almost looks like a carrier from up here. Glad the C-3 isn't carrying C-4. Ha-ha! Alright, so one enemy aircraft down, one Wildcat down. Second Wildcat just went down. They're blowing up. There's something bloody wrong with our planes today. Another enemy aircraft down, so 4 aircraft down in short order. That initial pass for both of those formations. I think the other Wildcats finished off that spotting plane for the sub. So here's a question, actually, that I didn't think about. If aircraft carriers are given limited air complements, which they are, does that mean that submarines, when they lose their scout plane, they lose it until they return to port? Because that would be nice if that was true. I guess it probably is true, right? Oh my god, there's an enemy aircraft at a higher altitude. They're actually flying at not perfectly level flight. There's a little bit of climbing and diving in this fight. Not much, but a little. That Wildcat decided to fly straight and level, and it worked. He survived, at least for the moment. Took a bit of damage. Just reenact the one massive convoy the British sent to reshoot Malta. Yeah. Get him. Get him. Good. Oh, come on. You could have turned in on that guy. You got butchered by autocorrect? Turn, turn, turn. Oh, you're never going to win a turning fight with a zero, but if he turns into you. Get him! Deflection! God damn it, you're burning through all your ammo. Oh, stop shooting. Stop shooting. God damn it. He's just gonna... He's thatch weaving you. Oh no. One of your pals is... One of his pals is behind. Oh, god damn it. We lost that aircraft. Why are you not... Oh, I thought I was controlling this one. I guess not. Just be happy the I... You really... Are you... Were you the guy talking about the I-400 the other day? Just like left and right? Last warship, was that you? Someone was just going on and on about the I-400 last night. Or it was a couple nights ago, but... Stop shooting, you're burning through your ammo. Got him. Nice. Good deflection shot there. Scare him away. Oh, you were never going to make that turn. Alright, so 2 more aircraft down since the last Wildcat. Oh, that's a friendly. Burning through my ammo real good. And you're pretty much out. I don't even know where the C3 went anymore. But it seems like we at least short-circuited their attack on it. Another enemy aircraft down. Just a couple left. This dogfight's going well for us. We just lost a Wildcat the second I said that. Is it just the one enemy aircraft left? Get him! Get him! We got him. I think that's the last aircraft. Yep. Alright, so we shot down 9 enemy zeros for a loss of 5 Wildcats. I'll take those odds every day. Actually, 8 zeros, one cargo ship, and it's one submarine float plane. So Moresby is about to fall. We've got about 700 troops left. 4,000 supply, though. So maybe we divert this one cargo ship just to try and help them hold out. It'll take 3 days to get... 2 days to get there, so... Alright, let's fast forward a little bit. Go to... Oh, no! Enemy dive bombers. And of course, this time our aircraft start off the cargo ship. At least they might be close enough to attack the enemy torpedo bomber there. Oh, that's a float plane. Never mind. Bank and attack. You've got the angle. You should be able to intercept them before they get in on the C3. Although there's 2 flights, so maybe not on the second flight. Why are you... No! You're... Why the fuck would you do that? Don't attack the damn float plane. They literally have dive bombers in their sights, and they're turning around to attack the damn float plane by the looks of it. So they're not going to attack in time because they're idiots. Got it. Good. You had the angle. You had the speed. All you had to do... Fuckers. Yeah, I would court-martial the fuck out of that guy, too. The Wildcats will probably come in and slaughter him after the fact. Alright, bombs are coming down. They all missed on that run. Second flight. That hit. Well, that was 4 direct hits, 1 dud. She might survive it. It says heavy damage, but it doesn't say... You know, it's not critical, so she might be able to survive it. Why the fuck are you doing that? You're a dumb pilot. This is your chance for easy kills, and you're just like, I'm gonna bank away. That tail gunner scares me. Right as his ammo ran out. Gets the kill. We might have to do this surface battle tomorrow, if we even get to it. But I'd love a chance to shred an enemy merchant task force. Those guys have no ammo. So we're just going to try and retreat here. Heavy damage for the C3, but she's not sunk yet. I'm not dead yet! Alright, meanwhile, let's go ahead and send another aircraft task force out here. You guys gotta find them. You gotta find them. I don't know where they are, but you gotta find them. Another enemy air attack on the C3. Poor C3. C3PO. Oh, I can leave right away. Yay. We got him. We got him, boys. All right, float planes. Stay over the top of them. What is this task force? 2 destroyers, 6 merchants. That's what I call easy pickings. Alright, pause. Intercept up here. It is going to be dark, which is not something I'm super excited about. Task Force 7. Begin. Alright, we're in a circle formation with the heavy cruisers in the middle. Destroyers on the flanks. There's 2 enemy destroyers, 6 enemy transports. Let's get them. Oh, it's not even nighttime yet. Hell yeah. Oregon Boss Fan, thank you very much for the follow. Now we just gotta find these guys. They gotta be on the map somewhere, right? Sure hope they didn't load me in with a bug. Got him. Ship spotted. 2 enemy ships on the horizon. These are the destroyers. There's the merchants. Roger that, boys. Make turns for 32 knots. All ahead flank. We got him. Level out. May take a while to intercept them. They're also kind of like right on the edge of the engagement zone, which is a little bit annoying. They may be able to get out, I guess. Really hope they didn't just, like, go off the edge of the map. Like, why would you start a battle if the enemy just starts right on the edge of the engagement zone? Let the main batteries roar. Seriously? We're still not picking anything up, huh? I think they did go off the edge of the map. Alright, whatever. Let's pull out of here. And then we'll just close the distance. It's nighttime, though, so I can't send more aircraft up. Fucking A. There we go. I was going to be like, did they get away? We should be in much closer. Radar for everybody. There we go. We're coming up right on the edge of that task force. I can see him with my eyes. Hell yeah. 3,000 yards. Task force, attack. Open fire. Now we just got to be careful of those enemy destroyers and their torpedoes. We just took a hit on one of our cruisers. That's bullshit. Destroyer also took some hits. San Francisco has a small fire aboard. Alright, so the destroyers are opening fire on one of the enemy destroyers. Meanwhile, my heavies are shooting at this rear cargo ship. I don't think we have to worry about torpedoes as long as the enemy destroyers are banking in front of their task force here. Oh shit, Magic Monarch, thank you very much for the raid. We're in the middle of a convoy attack here. In the middle of the night. This convoy just unloaded substantial troops on Port Moresby, which is likely to fall. Alright, give me a... we don't have torpedoes on any of the American cruisers? Well, that's bullshit. Let's do this. Torpedoes. Manual. We're going to do a 5-10 degree spread. Manual fire. There. Those are probably just a spray and pray maneuver, but I'm doing it. Get them off. Fish in the water. We really only have 5 torpedoes? Shouldn't we have more than that? Between 2 quad launchers? Alright, switch your target. Still not too worried about torpedoes yet. Although I suppose they could have launched him at this point. We are kind of in close. Let's have the Astoria change speed a little bit. Just in case they launch torpedoes, we'll bring it up to 32 knots. I take it this enemy cargo ship is probably going to sink. It's burning and very low in the water, nearly dead in the water. How about you target that enemy destroyer? Switch your fire a little bit. Identify the targets? I know, it improves your solution. Things are happening quickly. Alright, that enemy ship is sinking. We didn't even bother to identify her. Let's adjust course a little bit, just in the event the enemy may have launched torpedoes on us. This destroyer is taking some damage. She's engaging the rear Japanese destroyer with gunfire. Alright, that's enough course correction. Okay. Ouch, J Street. I thought we're doing relatively well so far in this fight. I know, identifying targets is something you should do in these battles, but on the flip side, so far we haven't really needed to. If we look at the fire control solutions, they're not great, but I'm also maneuvering. Rum Nerd, thank you for the follow. Psycho Reptilian, thank you for the follow. VC Kangaroo, thank you for the follow. Alpha Bean, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Okay. So we're hammering the 6th merchant in line. We did make a slight course correction to minimize the likelihood that the enemy would hit us with torpedoes. Actually, it was more than a slight course correction. Meanwhile, the de Haven, this Fletcher class, is kind of dealing with the Japanese all on its own. We might lose this destroyer, by the way. Is she doing any damage to these Japanese destroyers? I probably should have. Alright, let's pause here. Okay. So these cruisers just sunk another merchant ship. I want everybody to focus their fire on this rear destroyer at about 6,000 yards. Why is my destroyer cutting the line? I don't know. I guess I kind of ordered her to turn and forgot about it. Meanwhile, target number 2, let's go into the recognition manual. What do we think she is? She has quite a bit of guns here. She's got 3 turrets here. I think that looks like... Is it a 2 doubles and a single? You think it's the Hatshuru? Looks right. What's this one? Well, I think I can only actually identify targets that I'm... Alright, damage control is not doing well on this ship. Moderate flooding. Slow down a little bit, even though that's going to make you a better target. Hopefully switching our fire of our heavy cruisers will make a difference. What kind of solution do we have here? You think it's a Minakaze? Oh, the lead ship is a Minakaze, not the second ship. Alright. So we sank that rear destroyer. The lead destroyer... You said it was a Minakaze, you think? So I'll just trust you and flag it as such. 6,000 yards should be pretty close range, I would think. De Haven is a burning wreck. She's gonna die. But I will take one destroyer, which we can replace easily, for mauling an enemy convoy. Meanwhile, Taylor... Target that enemy merchant. I would have sworn it was sunk. What kind of fire control solution? We got a 50% fire control solution on this guy. He may have launched torpedoes at our destroyer, but the Haven's doomed. It's a lot of splashes. De Haven was struck by torpedoes. I'm glad that they fired their torpedoes at a destroyer that was already going to sink. Oh my god, look at that. She's ablaze stem to stern. Alright, Taylor finished off that guy. How is Minakaze not dead yet? Oh, these merchants are hitting our cruisers with light guns. Minakaze's ablaze. Low in the water. She's probably a goner too. Oof. De Haven is still fighting. Or she was. Brave, 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 sir. De Haven ran. Well, he can't run away. Oh, look at that. Look at that blaze. She's rolling over while she's firing her guns. Bismarckian of her. You have a Sabaton song, or however you pronounce their name? Come on, guys. Just finish her off. This one's a Fletcher. Is the De Haven a Fletcher? She is. Oh man, look at that fire. Enemy's ablaze too. I think my torpedoes all missed. I led the convoy too much. Imagine if she survives. She won't. She's at critical. I've never seen a ship in critical of any of its tasks survive. There's just too much damage aboard her. There we go. De Haven is sinking. I'm kind of surprised they're not getting more hits. I know it's only a 40% solution, but... You'd still think with the radar there, they're only at what, like 6,000? I guess they're at 8,000 yards. That is kind of long range. Do star shells help a lot in the... I guess we'll use star shells. I was just sort of banking on them not mattering that much, given radar. I just ordered them to use star shells, but... Oh, there they are. They're firing some. Where are they shooting? Are they shooting way off over here? Come on, dude. You're ordered to target the Minikaze, so... Anyway. You're 2 feet away, so how about you open up at these guys? Lol. Alright, so Taylor, you're getting some star shells over her? Now you are. Out over this way. This is the captain of the USS Astoria. Halt your vessel immediately and be prepared, or prepare to be boarded. Oh god, we just took a hit there. Minikaze is sinking. Alright, we finished her off, boys. They should try and ram me, really. Taking a little bit of damage here. Moderate amount of damage, apparently. Hard over to the right. I mean, these are point-blank engagements now. Just a handful of enemy merchants left. Okay, one more enemy ship sunk. Another enemy ship sunk. Just one more merchant ship left. She's going to be pulverized with 8-inchers from 3 cruisers at like 1,000 meters or 1,000 yards. I mean, every one of these shells should hit, basically. I don't think so. I mean, you don't fire... My understanding, Newhouser, is even when you order star shells to be fired, that's not 100% of your ammunition complement that gets shot. According to a couple of folks I talked to, it shoots like 1 out of like 4 or 1 out of 5 shells as star shells. Alright, so we win the battle. Every enemy ship was sunk. We did lose the destroyer De Haven. So we lost a Fletcher class, 2,500 tons. But in exchange, we sank 2 enemy destroyers and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 merchant ships, 6,400 tons each. 41,000 tons of enemy shipping goes to the bottom. 36 command points gained. I guess technically the enemy gains 10 from sinking one of our Fletchers. But I will take that. That's a successful action. Moresby, meanwhile, is about to fall. I have ordered this transport to divert to Moresby to try and just hold them out, have them hang out there a little bit longer. I'm going to order this Cruiser Task Force North to bombard Guadalcanal. Task Force 7 is actually going to maintain guardianship over Moresby. I think they probably still have enough ammo left for another engagement, and 3 heavy cruisers and 1 destroyer would make a pretty nice fight, I think, against most of the Japanese heavy task forces they send, unless they send battleships. But, yeah. So, no, Moresby is a level 1 now. They bombarded the hell out of this thing, so she's a goner. SK1DD, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome on over, folks. Unfortunately, we just won a major battle against Japanese surface task forces near Moresby, where they've landed like 10,000 troops. But we just wiped out 6 cargo ships and 2 destroyers on the return leg with a heavy cruiser task force of our own. But that's where we're going to wrap it up here tonight after a nighttime naval action victory against an enemy task force that ideally I would have been positioned to intercept ahead of the actual landings of troops. Destroying empty cargo ships on their way back is still valuable, but nowhere near as valuable as sending those equipment and men to the bottom. In any event, that's where we're going to leave things off. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. As always, until next time, this is the Historical Gamer saying once again, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I'm out.